no matter what everyone will tell you, Dead by Daylight is technically a horror game. So I've compiled a list of facts that are gonna hopefully help us remember that it is a horror game, or at least has some creep factor to it. Anyway, let's begin. We'll start off with a pretty well-known one. Have you ever actually taken a look at the anomalies around Autohaven Wreckers? The lumps of random color, I guess? If you looked a little bit closer at the walls and the tiles in the Autohaven maps, you may notice there are actual corpses, and these corpses just hide within the walls and the tiles of the map, waiting to be discovered. It is pretty normal, I guess, for the way the map looks, but it's quite unsettling when you realize that they're there in the first place. The reason that they're there is due to the Wraith's lore and how the Wraith remembers the map, but it's nevertheless still a relatively creepy fact. The Dredge is a pretty fucked up character, but a pretty cool thing about the Dredge is that he's actually giant. Basically the stuff within his fog, all of his cosmetics, his outfits, Maurice, and several other things that are in there are all there at the same time, just sheerly due to how large the Dredge is. And yeah, to sum him up, he's basically like a mini entity within the entity. So yeah, he's pretty cool in my opinion. Now the Crows is a bit of a weird one. The entity basically likes to view its trials, and although it is technically everything in the trials, like the trees, the map, and the generators, it likes to view it from certain points, such as the crows. Whenever you see a crow, the entity is staring straight through those beady little eyes right back at you, and that's creepy enough to make me go yuck. The voices is an interesting one. I've always wondered if the survivors are alone within the entity's realm. Obviously they're not, as within the Observer's Tome lore, and also if you go stand near the edge of a map, you can hear the things waiting for you out there if you attempt to scale these walls. At least now we know why the survivors don't just escape that way. Here's a little clip for you. Next up, and what is in my opinion probably the worst fact, and the final one of the video, there were others before the current playable characters. Dwight, Meg, Claudette, and Jake were the first 4 characters that were supposedly in the realm, but doing a little bit more digging, such as finding items named Alex's Toolbox or Vigo's Journal, just kind of proves that there were others beforehand. We can also relate this to the fact that universal perks such as Resilience or Premonition have unknown survivor faces on them. It was later revealed in the Dead by Daylight mobile cutscene that there were billions upon billions of victims to the entity, and they just get discarded like beetle shells. They're just thrown in a bin, what is called the Void. We believe that the Blight actually climbed out of there. To my memory, he did, anyway. This is basically what happens when all that hope that the entity likes to consume from the survivors is gone. She'll just chuck the bodies into a void and let them sit there and fester, and I feel like that is a relatively creepy fact. I haven't done one of these videos before, so I hope it performs well. These are just a couple creepy facts that I found out about, and I felt like sharing them. If you enjoyed, smash a like. And yeah, mate, don't forget to tickle that subscribe button. But hopefully this video does prove the one thing I was trying to, and that is to prove that Dead by Daylight isn't exactly just a non-creepy, frustrating, annoying bullshit game where hits don't connect, stuns don't happen, flashlight saves are bullshit. You know, if you don't look at all that, and if you look at all the creepy stuff instead, it actually becomes kind of cool. Anyway, have a good day or night depending on where you live, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.